one thing that's always that's been of interest to me during all the years that I've been working with legal firms is, given that what the owners take home with them and what their bank account is net profit, why do we in the industry focus on revenue measures? So we judge our fee earners based on how many fees they write. We tend to pay them in accordance with their fees. We judge our clients by how big a revenue they contribute to the firm. All of the measures that we're working with each and every day that we've been traditionally taught to say these are the measures that you need to judge performance by, none of them relate to the owner's bank account. There is a big divide between revenue and net profit. And most of us are not delving into that little mucky area in the middle of it because it's too hard. Okay, so let's look at, in the traditional sense, we're all traditional practice managers, we've all been taught how to manage a legal firm. So the one thing that we're used to looking at is a profit and loss statement, aren't we? So we're good little practice managers. We get in there and we say, oh, we can cut down this expense by doing X, X and X, and we can do that from an administration perspective with no problems at all. And we can put some more money in the owner's bank accounts by doing that. But there's a lot of other things that can be done in the firm to put money back into the bank account. So traditionally, when we're looking at revenue, these are the things that we can look at. We look at the drivers of revenue, which is in firms that are still doing time billing, and some of you may not be doing time billing, but in a time billing firm, you can look at the chargeable hours that you've got on the clock, the charge out rate that you're charging by, what you've written on the clock for fixed fees, and what you've written off. And then we can ask ourselves questions. How much work is there? Have we got enough work? What resourcing do we have? Is the resourcing correct? Are people recording all of their time? Are they recording it accurately? Are they managing their time well? Or are they not getting enough hours in the day to do what they should be doing? Are our charge out rates correct? And is our pricing policy correct if we're doing fixed fee or value billing? So they're the things traditionally as practice managers that we've had control over, and we've reviewed those and we've helped our firms become more efficient by looking at those measures. What tends to happen though, once we do that, there's only so far you can take your charge out rates up, and you get to the stage where you do have people being as efficient as possible. So what ends up happening is that we end up putting pressure on our lawyers, don't we, and our fee earners. It's grind. It's okay, we want more money. So you hop on that treadmill and you do some more running of chargeable hours and you get moving because we want more money in our bank account. And that's the only thing we can do. Fee earners can only improve their performance. They've only got control over chargeable hours in a time billing environment. So the other thing that we do with our bean counter hats on, and we've got our profit and loss statements, well, we get a bit penny pinching then, don't we? And we've probably all worked in firms where this has happened. I certainly have. I can remember my first entry into legal and the managing partner told me I had to cut the bickies out in the tea room. Actually, he told me I had to make the tea room lady redundant. That was a good job. But, you know, firms cut out staff gifts. They tell the partners that if you want to have a car park, you've got to start paying for your car park out of your own pocket, not the firm's pocket. Newspapers start going missing in reception. People asked to go on training sessions and they're not allowed to go on training sessions anymore. We might not entertain on a Friday afternoon like we used to. We might say we're not having pay increases this year, or we're just doing CPI increases. And then we've got the big R word. That happens, doesn't it? And we know at the moment that there are firms struggling with their profitability. We hear it We've seen in the media the redundancies that have been made over the last few years. So this type of management that we've all traditionally had to do, this is what we are, aren't we? Practice managers, we've got the fork out. That carrot, we can't even see the carrot because the fork is there and it's telling everyone that we've got to do these things because we've got to put more money in the owners' bank accounts. But is there a better way? And is there a different way to do this? What about if we managed our firms so that everyone in the firm had business skills? That they are making active business decisions every day when they're at work? What about if all of your fee earners understand profit drivers? And when they are actually working in the business, they are operating their own business in the bigger business of their department, in the bigger business of the firm.